Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard
line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch it. Check three.
A toss play, Gordon. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All day, just like that.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And shedding through the now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the clear. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looks good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Garoppolo on first down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Garoppolo now. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here we go. 180. 21. Hey, gun.
Check, 47. Here we go.
47.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And now the Redskins, they've opened up a 2-touchdown lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now Jackson. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he is going to lose yardage here. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Watch, twist. Anyway.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, here
we go.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right 54. Get ready. Kill. 36.
They run it here with Gordon.
Kill.
He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game. At that time, that was the NCAA rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then a week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Check. Watch 54.
Jackson now. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Here we go. White. Right there.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Let's get it.
Here we go.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Check.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
First down, San Francisco.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here we go. 180. Hey, gun.
Go get him.
On first down, here's Breida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Gordon. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson to Gordon out left. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one, and even 50 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Coleman, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here we go.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, gun.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. On first down, it's Coleman. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, high 7.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. But it'll be 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Watch twins. Say. Zoom. 54 much.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
You go tight.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six, escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go.
You can't block me.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Garoppolo. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. The kick by Gold is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray running right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far.
at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 20! Lock!
I'm coming after you!
On second down, it's Coleman. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 26.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Focus, defense, focus. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Hey, alert 3. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Slow. 54. Watch 54. Hey, they're scared. Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coleman now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 12.
I'm scared.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 26 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson looking for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check the weapon. Trump. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the slant.
Here's Jackson to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Lutz's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
Well, when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Coleman, he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
It's our field. It's our field.
They will run again with Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Wait,
Mike 47. Stay with your man.
hey, alert! 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 Hey, Alpha! Watch that hunt!
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's been a long day for you. Switch.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. D Ford, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here.
Come get some. He don't want it.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the 49ers, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,